Well, it is time to prune our grapes, and pruning grapes can be kind of a confusing process, and one of the reasons for that is the grapes grow a lot in one season, but you cut most of that off when you start the new season. And taking a little bit of time now to kind of investigate and see what you want to cut off can help you have a good grape crop later in the season. Now, these grapes are actually trained on a 4-cane niffin system, so what we've got is our main central cane here and comes up, and our fruiting canes go out either direction on the top wire, and then we have a bottom wire here, and we had a fruiting cane that would go out either direction here. Now I'm going to tell you what we would look for optimally that we would have, and then we'll actually look at this grape, because what usually happens is you may not have an optimal situation in your own garden, and that's exactly what has happened here. Now what we're wanting to look for is our 1-year-old canes here. That is what is going to bear fruit. These buds will actually break and we'll get new growth, and then we'll have fruit coming from each of those buds. What we would like to have is a 1-year-old cane each direction, and we would like to have about 10 buds per cane, because what you're going to want is about 40 buds per plant. That's about all that a grape plant can support. Now, if your grape is very, very vigorous and it's been growing well, you could leave a few more on. However, if your grape plant has not been doing quite so well, then you might want to leave a few less, and that's actually what we're going to be doing here. Now, when I talk about the 1-year-old wood, you can actually see what it looks like. If we look at this, you can see how this is, it's kind of rough, but it's not really peeling, and this is kind of smoother wood here. But if you look over here at this, you can see how it's peeling. That's the older wood, and that's not going to fruit for us. So we're looking for this 1-year-old wood. We also want to make sure that it's live. So what I'm going to do here now, and this is some trial and error sometimes, you can see how this grapevines in general don't really look very live at all this time of year, and this kind of seems a bit dry, but you're not quite sure. You can actually snip a bit off the end. Now if I look at the center of this, you can see how it's very dry and brown, and we don't really have any live tissue in there. Now if I come over here to something that is actually looks a little bit better, like here, and I want to snip off and see how this looks. And also you can tell that these buds look a little bit more plump. If we look in there, there's some moisture and it's green, so we can tell that that's live. So you're going to want to make sure that you've got live wood. Now the other thing that you want to do before you just start pruning is go through and pick what you're going to have here, and actually you can even tag it, either tie a bow or a ribbon on there, those vines that you're not going to want to cut right at first, and that way you won't accidentally cut off your fruiting canes here. Now what I'm looking for, and we'll just start here with the top, I want that 1-year-old wood, and I would like to have it as close to this main cane here that I can, but that's not always possible. Now I've got 1-year-old wood here, and it's really close to the main cane, and it's coming out here, and I've got several buds on here, so that's long enough. I've marked that. That's going to be my fruiting cane. Now in addition to a fruiting cane, you also need a renewal spur, and what that is a short spur that you're only going to leave 3 to 4 buds on. Cut that back, and that will grow into new vines for this year that you will actually use for next year's fruiting canes, because remember I said it needs to have grown for a year and then it will bear fruit the next year. So for a renewal spur on this side, last year that's what this was. This was going to be our renewal spur for this year, and that would have been optimal. However, this one actually didn't make it through our winter. So what we've got to do this year then is look along here. Now this is old. These would be great except that they're dead. We've cut that. Here you can see that is dead. So we're going along, and here I've got one. It's live. This is going to be my renewal spur. So I'm going to go ahead and prune that right now, and I've actually marked it ahead of time so that I knew that's the one I wanted. Come along, and I'll leave 1, 2, 3. We'll leave 4 buds on there, and then just cut it off right below that bottom bud. And you can see again, we've got green tissue there, so we're okay. Now over here on this side, before I start cutting everything off, again, I want my fruiting buds, and these would have been nice. However, that again was a renewal spur that we left that didn't end up growing. So I've got to go on out here, and again, I want it as close as I can to this central one. This is dead, however, but this one is live. We've got live buds, and we've got enough to have 10 buds on there. So that's going to be my fruiting cane for this year. And for my renewal spur for next year, I've got this one coming out, and we've got several buds on it. So we're going to keep it for next year. So I've marked these. Now down here below, what has happened is we don't really have anything growing that we can really use for fruit this year. This is live. It's pretty small, however, and this is live. So what I'm going to do here, we're just not going to have any fruit on this cane. We're going to just clip this back into a renewal spur, and we'll let this grow, because again, I said our vine is a little bit, it wasn't doing quite as well. So we're going to let it have a year to kind of recharge here. And on this side, we're looking along here. This will actually be pruned off because it's dead. We look for some healthy vines here. I've got a vine here that I can use as my renewal spur. And then as we go along here, here's a shoot. We've got several, and I think I'll mark that one. That will be our actual fruiting cane. And I'm going to move this one because I've decided I like the other one better. So we'll just mark that. Now we have all of the canes marked, so we can go in and actually cut back everything else. And if it's the first time you've ever pruned grapes, it's kind of scary to start. But remember, I want this one, so we're not going to mess with it right now. And this one, we need to cut this off because it's dead. So we'll go on in here and cut that back. Whoops, got caught there. Okay. And again, you'll probably have to clip some of your tendrils off too. Now, here, all of these, we need to clip those back to our main cane. And again, these are dead anyway, and that's why we're removing them. We want that dead wood out of there. There's another. Get some of these tendrils off as well. And here we are to our renewal spur that I already cut off. Now, we have a lot of vine coming on out here, but we don't want that vine. So we're just going to cut it off right here. We'll actually remove all of that. We've got some places where we've got it actually tied on here. There we go. And we're going to remove all of this. So we take it on out, and you can see that it gets pretty tangled up here. Now, this one's pretty much ready to go. So what we could do now is actually tie that up with a twist tie, and these actually work pretty good for this, and that will just give that a little bit more support there on the wire. Okay, now we're set there. We'll put another one down here. And as this starts to grow, we'll want to come back regularly and continue training this out along our wire. And if you keep at that, it will be easier to prune it next year because it will actually be trained along the wire in the direction that you want it to be growing. Now, for this one that we're actually using, we want to have 10 buds. So we'll start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can actually cut this right here. And again, the rest of this vine, we're discarding. We don't need that anymore. And we'll want to just attach this up here. Now for this one, we'll actually just leave it. We want to cut that off right here. And we'll attach that again to our top wire. Now we come along here for this. This is our renewal cane. We want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 buds here. Cut that off. And then for our fruiting cane, again, this is dead, so we want that off of there. We also want this off. And this is going to be our fruiting cane, and from here out, all of this we don't need, so we'll cut that off. Again, just remove this completely. And we'll just attach this to our wire. And we'll be ready to go here. Now you do want to be careful with these if they're not quite as limber. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom that I did on the top. Remember, we've marked our renewal spur here, and we're actually not even going to have any fruiting spurs on this side this year. We're going to give this vine a little chance to recuperate, and this we don't need, so we're going to get rid of it completely. We also have a little bit down here that we don't need, and probably right now we'll leave this. We'll go ahead and cut it off with 1, 2, 3, 4 buds on it. And for right now, we'll leave it up. But when this starts growing and gets a little bit more supple, we'll want to go ahead and attach it to our wire here. Now on this side, again, we've got this one marked as our renewal spur. We also have this one marked for our fruiting spur. And so anything else we need, we actually don't need. So we're going to cut this off right here and get rid of it. And they can be kind of tangled here at times. And what we have here is, again, our tendrils are giving us a little bit of a problem. We'll just cut that tendril off there. And now this one is a little bit tricky as far as getting it attached to the wire. While I'm here, I want to go ahead and cut all of these off. We'll just take these down because we don't need them. And our renewal spur, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll leave that. And again, when this starts growing, we'll actually want to train it, kind of loop it around and train it coming back this way. Now, we'll go ahead and have 10 buds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And that's pretty much all we need. And we'll want to attach this again here and come back once it starts growing and attach it a little bit better. But for right now, we'll just hold that there. Now, as we look at our grapevine, is there anything else that we need to do? And actually, right here, we've got one more dead spur that we need to get out of there. And we'll come back down here close, cut that off, and we're done pruning our grapevine. Now we'll come back and just clean all these vines off, and it's important to get all these vines that we've pruned off get them out of the garden, make some grapevine wreaths or something like that, and our grape is ready to go for a great crop of grapes this summer.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.